we talk about this black coach saga, but we see that Demeco Ryans gets hired by the Texans. He's going back to play where the team with the team that drafted him, where he spent most of his career. He spent 6 seasons with them, and then 4 seasons with Philadelphia. So it's good to see a Philadelphia guy, but also a Bama guy come out of the ranks and just work his way up to being a head coach. Um, the Texans got rid of Lovey, and then maybe they had some. Obviously had something up their sleeve. Boom, when they hired another black coach, Demeco Ryan. So puts the number back at 3. I think 3 is the soft spot for the bar for how many black coaches are in the league. But Demeco, I think it's a good hire, great hire. He deserves it. You saw what that defense was. Defense was doing. Now, I always talk about defensive mind or offensive mind head coach is completely different than a head coach, and you have to. There's a lot of things that you have to do, to really rally that team together. But I really feel like he kind of worked his way up. He's that guy that can bring the team together, bring the guys together. He'll be in the locker room with the guys. He's a players coach. He's young. He's only 38 years old. So he kind of has that. You don't see typically many young, other than Philadelphia Gannon, but young defensive-minded coaches, defensive coordinators coming up in the league. But you saw what he did with San Francisco. As a player, he was, and you see a lot of the inside backers, just kind of, because they're smart. They know a lot. They have to understand a lot. Understanding the front and understanding pass coverage is that middle threshold of those linebackers because they have to know everything on the field, not just what's happening outside or outside the hatches or on in the deep field or what's happening only when I put my hand in the door in the trench, hand in the dirt in the trenches. So he has that experience from being a player. But you saw what that defense did for the past 2 years. The 49ers defense was just as stout. They're the best defense. And we can say arguably the best defense. Philadelphia had the best defense this year, but the 49ers defense had the best defense over the past 2 years. They gave us trouble in the playoffs as well too. Eagles trouble in the playoffs, but I think it's well deserved. I think that it's a good hire. And the thing about it in this contract, if you look at this contract, it's not just like a one. Typically, when black coaches get a deal, it's hey, it's 1-2 years. It's hey, like we're coming in, and that's it. He got a 6-year contract deal. All right, this is a long term. This is a long term relationship they have. I think Houston is a great place for just there's a lot of groundwork that can be there. Great place to start the franchise. The franchise is young. Won't be surprised to see if he stays with them. Now, of course, that year 3 or 4, if you're not getting any results, they're going to put you on a chopping block, right? But understand that 6-year contract deal, and of course, there's probably a clause in there that may say something about hey, like it's 6 years, but at year 3 or 4, if we're not seeing results or whatever it is, you're gonna hit the chopping block. But a 6-year contract, is something a lot of coaches don't get, and a lot of coaches they may get 3-4 year contracts. It's audition. If they don't get opportunity within the next 2-3 years, they're looking at to get rid of them. So we'll see how long this contract kind of plays out. Really think it's a good hire for Houston. Lovie Smith is still a good coach. I hope Lovie Smith gets hired somewhere. But we all saw Demeco Ryans leaving San Francisco. You look at the last 2 coordinators in San Francisco. Robert Saleh went to the New York Jets, and then Demeco left as well too. So Kyle Shanahan's doing a good job of hiring these defensive coordinators that come in and help that defense. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the caveat. There's no such thing as a coordinator or a good offensive coordinator relationship in the NFL. Once you do well, people start hyping you up. Hey, let me get a head coaching job. People want something of their own. So, but hey, Demeco, good situation. We'll see how he goes. I'm not crowning him yet to be a good, amazing coach, but I think it's well deserved at this point. I think Demeco Ryans hire is well deserved from what he's done.